Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, so it's actually midnight and I just want to start off this week's vlog. It's a bit of a sad one. I don't like starting sad things, but it's a bit of concern and obviously it's happened as well. So I went to go and clean Cookie last night and I discovered he wasn't himself. He is rocking as he walks, he's shaking. It's like he's lost control of his body. When I was on the video call to Aaron, I got Aaron to have a little look up the symptoms that he was showing. It seems to be that he's possibly had a stroke, and I was reading up on it myself after the video call, and it's a possibility it could have been a stroke. Cookie seems to be a bit more perky. I mean, I'm talking and I was watching a couple of videos of hamsters that have had strokes and that they do take a while sometimes to recover. Some don't recover, so there's obviously going to be that worry that Cookie might not be able to recover if this is what he's had. So I'm filming videos of it so that I can show the vet. Today is bank holiday. I don't know if they're open. I will give them a call. If they're open, I'll be able to take over Cookie immediately, but if they are not, then I'll have to do that on Tuesday, and I might have to phone up work and just say that I'll be a little bit late due to the vet. An emergency situation with this. To me, it's an emergency. I'm sorry, but you know, it's something's life at the end of the day, you know. So hopefully, you know, if not today, then Tuesday, I'm hoping that they can see straight away. If not, then the afternoon. He is very fragile. I've tried to give him some water. I gave him a couple of drops of water last hour. I just gave him another couple of drops. I'm hoping that he will settle down soon and try to get some rest so that I can check on him in a couple of hours. I've put loads of bedding. I've removed all obstacles. I've removed the ladder to the upstairs bit. I've put all his bowls downstairs. I've got a bowl of lettuce in case, you know, because lettuce I thought was quite good because it has water in it. And I got some treats, so sweet things like nuts and dried fruit and monkey nuts, and there's also a bowl of normal hamster food. So he's got loads of bedding and loads of sawdust. I don't have the toilet in there. The water bottle's now on the lower level, so everything he has is going to be on the lower level. I will leave him in a bit because I feel like he is kind of awake because of my voice. He kind of moves for a little and then he will stop, and then he will move for a little and then he will stop. At the same time, he's so shaky and he's just looking out of the cage. His eyes are shut. They have been shut ever since I found him. This must have only happened literally yesterday, because the night before I heard him in his wheel running around, so it must have literally happened not too long ago, really, sometime yesterday or the early hours of the night or something like that, with the wind and everything. The study was really, really cold, so I'm hoping that didn't have any sort of thing to it. But Cookie keeps making an attempt to climb the sides, so I mean, I'm assuming his muscles work for climbing, but then it's when he sort of loses a bit of balance and then he just sits on his bottom for a little. I mean, hamsters are still inquisitive. Cookie was always like that. So yeah, not really a great start to this vlog. I'm just gonna keep my eye out on Cookie. Just caught him falling and he fell on his back, but I mean, he fell on the bedding on his back. It wasn't from a big height. And he managed to twist himself over. He did make a little noise of like he was struggling, but he flipped over and he's now on his front, shaking a little bit, but stopping every now and then. I mean, he's alive. So when reading up on it online, it says that, you know, if they survive the stroke, then they can survive. But obviously Cookie's like 2 years old now, so there's always going to be the possibility that he might not. So I just need to kind of prepare for both. Need to kind of like wean him at the same time. So it'll be the case of like his cage being in the bedroom, like from now on, keeping the cats out of the bedroom, just letting the cats be in the lounge / kitchen area. Cookie can just go somewhere around here where it's warm, even if it's on the floor or something, if and hopefully if he survives. I mean, obviously we can see what the vet says Tuesday when they will be open again. Like today's bank holiday, Monday, so I highly doubt the vets will be open today. So yeah, it's just wanted to update you guys on that. I'm hella tired. I didn't sleep very well the night before, had broken sleep, and now this has just happened where I'm doing like sort of like hourly and then 2 hourly checks just to see how he's doing. But I will leave the bedroom instead because he's reacting to my voice, which is a good thing. Obviously it's a really good thing, and this is the time when hamsters are awake, but at the same time he should rest as well and not like struggle. I'm hoping he finds a way himself to eat within the next couple of hours, and hopefully even drink. I've left the water bottle out, but his eyes are just shut, so he's just feeling with his nose and feeling with his ears. So we shall see. He's just gone over to his food bowl. Not sure if he's going to grab something to eat or whether he's just navigating his way around. Kind of wish that I had like a video camera that I could just like hook onto the cage. Stops every now and then he'll move. Sometimes he will do the shaky thing where he goes backwards and forwards like that, but it only lasts a few seconds and then it stops. I'm gonna leave now so that I can leave Cookie. I'm thinking maybe if I leave the room he will settle down so that my scent and my voice aren't here. I would like him to get some sort of rest. The room is starting to warm up, which is good, so hopefully that means that Cookie will warm up as well. Yeah, I've given him some water. He's got some lettuce that I've thrown around the cage here and there. Treats, food, he's got the water bottle. So yeah, I will check him again in a couple of hours time at 2 o'clock in the morning. I've got an alarm set, so we shall see how we go, but fingers crossed he will be all right. You know, he could go one way or the other. Obviously I would like to hope that he could recover and live a really good life. I mean, he has lived a really good life, it's just, you know, this has happened and I wouldn't want him to suffer. So yeah, fingers crossed he can get back to normal again. I will keep you guys updated. Hey, so it's 5:25. Just doing my checks a few hours on, and just spending a little bit of time with Cookie. Held him in my hand, he's just so cold. The heating is on in here though, but this room is still cold even with the heating on. So yeah, I held him in my hand, tried to warm him up. Gave him some water whilst in my hand as well, sort of put a squirt in his mouth every now and again and sort of rubbing his cheeks, hoping that the water is like, even if it's moistening his mouth or something, just to try and keep him going. And then I laid him back in the bedding. Hopefully that will keep his tummy warm. And yeah, fingers crossed. I did try with a little bit of food. I did poke a little bit of banana in his mouth, just sort of see if we can tempt him. Try with a bit of lettuce. No hope with any food at the moment. We need to just focus on water. But he's still breathing, he's still alive. I honestly thought he'd gone this time. He was just facing a different corner, but on the bedding side. So I just picked him up and held him on my hands for like 20 minutes, whilst occasionally putting a little bit of water in his mouth. Tried to look at his teeth just in case maybe it was his teeth that's causing this issue. It's hard to tell about the bottom ones. I could see the top ones, but that would be something that a vet can look at, because even if it's like trimming the teeth or something. So he's breathing at the moment. He hasn't moved. He's just laying in the bedding paper. But yeah, I sat with him, was speaking to him, trying to give him some water. So fingers crossed. I'll leave him again for another few hours. I'll check on him 8 o'clock, just before Aaron comes home. And at least, Aaron will be home and can try and look after him together somehow. Because at least Aaron can go to bed. Maybe like Aaron's body heat, because he's quite a warm person. Maybe it will heat up the room pretty well. Yeah, maybe Aaron can like help somehow. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's the latest update on this. Never been in this situation before. I mean, I remember years ago finding one of my hamsters called Spark. He was really weak. I tried putting water and sugar, some sort of sugar, like I tried like sugar in the water and everything, tried our best, and unfortunately he passed away like a few hours later. I've tried with Cookie now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like I'm doing my best. I don't know whether, I always dread every few hours that I come and check that I will find him, that he would have passed. But to be honest, if he is struggling at the moment, then I would hope that he would pass peacefully in his sleep. Obviously I would be incredibly sad, but at least I would know that he's not suffering anymore. To Aaron, I said tomorrow, if he survives the night and the morning, all the way up until just before we go for lunch, then I'll sort of like hold him for a good bit before we go, and try and get a good bit of water down him. So for the few hours that we are out, we'll just leave him in the bedroom, and hopefully he stays warm and has a good bit of rest. But hopefully he perks up a bit, and then when we come home, another good bit of water again and a cuddle sort of thing. So yeah. Oh man, what a night and morning. Just don't expect things like this to happen. Not like before the end of the year, I'm so tired, but I've just got to stay up for this little one. He's just breathing. Breathe. 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 That's his breath at the moment. But he is laying on just there in the bedding. He hasn't moved, thank goodness. So hopefully he will stay warm. So yeah, I'm gonna go now for another few hours. I'll come back at 8 and just see how he is then. So Cookie passed away roughly about 9:30 this morning. Aaron came home and he was brilliant. He got his fluffy little hat and a towel, and we put it on the radiator and sort of held him above it and tried to keep him warm both sides, and he was reacting a lot better. Then his eyes even opened, and then there was just a period where he was excreting this sort of thick goopy stuff for the penile area, twice. He peed as well, when I rubbed his tummy, he peed. And then it looked like he was trying to go for a poo as well, so I tried to clean that area. And then it was about 9:30. He was he was gasping. And then his teeth chattered at one point. He was gasping, and then I just turned to Ara and I just said, "How's he doing?" And Ara said, "I just think he's gone." And then I just held him in my hand and was stroking. I was like tapping every part of the body that, you know, would not have a normal reaction, including his teeth. And there was just no reaction at all. And I was like, "Yeah, I think you're right. I think he has passed." So it was like just after 9:30, so something like 9:32. We did what we could to save him. Obviously, it's still gonna be unexpected, but he's here, and we're gonna bury him in the garden. We've made a decision, so I just came into the bedroom just to quickly update, and also just to prepare the tin for him. Tiny little thing, he's such a big impact. For anybody that's been following for a while, you know that I got him last April and he saved my life, and I tried to say his and I couldn't. We don't know what caused him to be in shock so much. We weren't sure if he had a stroke, and then my aunt was saying like maybe the storm the other night put him in shock. So we're not really sure what was the cause of it. I'm glad that he's now no longer suffering, and that he's in hamster heaven with all my other hamsters running around. There will always be happy memories of Cookie. He had a brilliant life. He's probably about 2 years old, so near enough that. So, you know, for a couple of years, you know, and I know hamsters don't live for long, but, you know, I hadn't had hamsters for years, and he was my first, and I had him at the flat, brought him over here in July, and he had a lovely life, you know. And it was just yesterday when I was like, oh, I must remember when going shopping on Monday to get some baby corn for Cookie because we've run out. And then it was the evening and I was like, I'm just going to go give him a clean. And then I just discovered him just rocking around, and it's not nice to see animals suffer. It's not nice to see anything like that at all. I am just, you know, I'm glad that he's no longer suffering, and I mean, it's nice the fact that he did pass away in one of our hands as well. It's nice that he did feel obviously that comfort in order to pass away. But yeah, he's at peace. Obviously, it's gonna break our hearts and like hurt us a lot. But you know, such a little thing had a massive impact. Love animals, what can I say? You know, when they're your animal, they're your family, you know, no matter how big or small. In terms of like, would I ever get another hamster? Because obviously I've still got hamster bits. I'm not entirely sure yet. The pet stores I don't think are selling any hamsters anyway. Obviously nobody can ever replace Cookie, but at the same time, you know, there's always going to be that little gap or something. So yeah, I think till COVID sorts itself out, maybe like after that, I don't know, like when they will sell them again, or if someone maybe in the area selling a bit like baby hamsters or something, like maybe I'll think about it. But I think right now it's best that I just keep the cage to one side and sort of keep it for if and when with that time. I'm so sorry, Cookie. Very sad. I feel like the kittens knew something was up, like because of the early hours of the morning after my like third check on Cookie. Nutmeg and Luna just sort of slept right next to me in the lounge, and they don't normally do that if I've ever slept in the lounge, so I feel like they knew something was up. Animals and their sixth senses and all that. So yeah, we'll have a nice little burial for Mr. Cookie. So my nan gave us a tin of shortbreads for Christmas, so I just taken the shortbreads out. I'm gonna put his bedding, the bedding that he was last in there. I'll probably bury with a couple of monkey nuts or something stupid like that because it was his favourite. It's a shame I don't have any baby corns, otherwise but then that would just end up stinking. Although our hearts are broken today, Aaron's quite upset too. Although our hearts are broken today, you know, we were gonna go for a meal today to celebrate our engagement, but I was just saying to Aaron that we're also gonna be celebrating the life of Cookie as well. Like, you know, we can toast to Cookie. Oh my god, I don't even like saying that sort of stuff, but because it just doesn't seem real, but it's happened, and I still, part of me still can't register it that it happened because it just all happens so quick. I'm glad that I stayed up though. I'm glad that I tried to do my best, and glad that I checked every few hours, every couple of hours, you know, while still trying to, you know, look after my health by like having naps here and there. You know, I'm glad that I did the best I could do. We did like really good. The fact that we could get him to open his eyes this morning, like, felt like I thought it was really good. I thought it was honestly working that way. But some animals, when they have strokes or they have shock, they don't recover. Some do, but it takes them a good while. I was watching videos on it last night. Sadly, I mean, like I say, the fact that Cookie went in Aaron's hands, he obviously felt that he was in a comfortable place. He felt safe to go, and that it was his time to go. And because he felt, you know, he was warm, he was having cuddles. Half of my soul is with this thing. I have so much to be thankful for this little thing. He saved my life. So many times in the flat did I feel depressed or like I was suicidal, and I would just go up to Cookie and speak to him, or he would come out and hear my voice. If I came home from work, I'd be like, "Hey Cookie," and he'd just come out from bed, he would pop his head up and just say hi, and he did so much, and he really, really did save my life. I'm just glad he's not suffering anymore, because I don't like seeing animals suffer. I was literally broken last night when I saw him, and of all days it's a Sunday, and you know, today's a bank holiday Monday. There's just, you know, there's just no, of all the times, you know, if it would have happened at, you know, I don't know, at like 3 p.m. on a normal day, I could have just phoned up the vets and got it sorted, but it's just, you know, he died in his home, he died in the hands of one of his owners. So yeah, just wanted to let you know, and I'm gonna be sad when I get around to editing this video. Goodbye Cookie. Okay guys, that's it for this bit. Today we're just gonna go for a meal at 12:30 at Tower Park at days like we normally do. We are gonna, like I say, celebrate the engagement, but it's obviously gonna be a celebration of Cookie's life as well. And then later probably just chilling and relaxing as best as I can, but obviously like commemorating and remembering Cookie's life. But I'm gonna make up this tin now, and then we will give him a nice burial.
Ready for me to fill in?
Do you want to say anything?
As a loyal servant of the Emperor, it's my honour to finally lay you to rest. Love you, little guy.
Thank you for saving my life. For that I'll be eternally grateful. Now you may rest in peace. Hopefully with all my other hamsters running around up there looking down, you lived a great life. Never had to visit a vet. Been happy. You even discovered using a proper wheel since we've moved here because, you know, it's loud and I couldn't use it in the flat. So you're able to run your last legs on the wheel. It's a shame that you've gone from our lives, but at least you are no longer suffering. But with you buried in this garden that we will be living in hopefully for the rest of our lives, you will still be a part of us as you're going into part of the ground and being part of nature. Thank you for everything. And enjoy the monkey nuts.
For the Emperor.
For the
Emperor Cookie.
For Emperor Cookie, who owned the office.
He did. Okay. Godspeed on your journey, little fella.
And thanks to Nan for the tin as well.
Absolutely. Going to rest in style, see.
Yeah. And as long as it's got soil on it and stuff, we
Absolutely.
can eventually put a plant over it or something.
Can't think of a reason not to. Seriously, Jim, get out of the fucking way, man.
Goodbye, Cookie. Celebrating our engagement, and also celebrating the life of Cookie because he was an awesome little hamster. Yeah, we're just going to move on to dessert in a second. I've just been contemplating what I'm going to have because we came on bank holiday. Totally didn't realise that everything was going to be open in the restaurant on bank holiday, so it means like obviously they charge a bit more, but it means they have a chocolate fountain. They have a chocolate fountain and sweets and ice cream. So I think I'm going to go for ice cream sauce with sweets and some chocolate. Later on the 28th of December, we are home now. Went food shopping after the meal, and I used like the scanner for like the first time. It was really fun, like the scan and go. Although the annoying thing is, like when you go to the scanner thing, they have to check like, I don't know, 5 items or something, and I'd bagged up like most of it, so they had to pay like 5 random presents that I purchased today. Presents of food. Mostly for the cats, to be honest. But yeah, it saved a lot of time just bagging most things. Next time I'll know, and I will like leave out 5 items and then I can just put those in a bag, sort of thing. So, you know, now that I know, why not? But I got the cats some food. They're not like desperately needing wet food, but I just got one anyway, just because I don't know what it's going to be like in New Year, whether we'll have another lockdown. I don't really know what's going to happen, so I'm just trying to shop as much as I can, but at least as I can, if that makes sense. Like bigger shops, less shopping. I mean, I'm always going to shop weekly, obviously, of course, like things run out, unfortunately, but yeah. So we're in the lounge, and I had a book that came in the mail today that I ordered, and I picked up a book today from a bookshelf that's in Amazon. And yeah, we're both pretty tired. Aaron's currently sleepy poos. Even the kittens are sleepy poos. What's going on? I mean I barely slept because of you know what. So yeah, I had another massive cry earlier because I went into the study, and that's where the printer is, and that's where I print my journals. I literally just like, I have pages already, and I just use the scanner to just scan them and print them off. And yeah, just very, very sad. Very, very sad. I just saw the empty cage and the blue ball that he ran around in, and I just brought it all back. So I'm editing a video, it's just finishing uploading. I've just made my home COVID test kit up for tomorrow. I've got to go on the laptop and like register it really quickly before I go to work at 9. But yeah, this evening I'm just probably going to take it easy, maybe watch a bit of Gilmore Girls, do a little bit of reading, you know, just chill out really. It's been a hard day in a way, although I know that we've had a nice meal. It's just it's been very emotional, definitely. It's sad, and I will be sad, definitely for a while. There will always be that empty space, especially when I go in the study. But you know, he hasn't left my heart, and I know eventually I will move on from that, like I did with all of my other hamsters, although they also will be in my memory like they are. I mean, to me, Cookie was special because it was my first hamster as a proper adult. It was my first animal in a flat, and you know, I have a lot to thank him for, like I say, and I keep saying, and I will continue to say it, he saved my life from several accounts. I can never ever be ungrateful for that, so he is special. So yeah, I just need to relax for the rest of the evening. It's 5:15, so I've got several hours before I need to go to bed anyway, ready for work tomorrow. So I'm just going to take it easy. Reading, possibly gaming, maybe a film, I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel really. I kind of want to start reading first, and then I'll go from there really. So I will speak to you all very, very soon.
What are you doing to my hair? What are you doing to my hair? Oh, what a cute little kitty. Today is the 29th and I'm just here to update you on everything that's gone on. Today is a Tuesday and I went to work today. I actually made a mistake and I went in an hour after I was meant to be in, unfortunately. However, one of my colleagues came in to work on the wrong day, so in a way it kind of worked out because they helped work my first hour, and then I just like took over and finished off. And it wasn't until like a few hours into the shift where we were talking about it, and I just looked at like, you know, this rota because I was just put on it like last minute, and I was like, oh, you're right, like I was meant to come in at 8, and I was about to say that, and then I was like, you know what, it got sorted, so we won't even like worry about it. Like Trevor came in and then I came in at 9, so yeah, it all got sorted in the end. But yeah, I just couldn't believe, like, I just came in at the wrong time. And I remember like the night before, like last night, just being like, I must have a look and make sure I'm definitely in at 9, and I just didn't. I was just like, no, I'm sure I'm in at 9, and I just went along with it. And I just, well, I feel a little bit stupid But at the same time, I'm just like, you know what, it got sorted. So, you know, I did say, like, on a day that we're both in, you know, I can like work an extra hour just to make up for it. You know, like, for this other colleague, I just said, look, you came in and worked, you know, an extra hour more than you should have done. So I just said, I can repay the favour, like, on another shift, and you can like come in late one day or whatever, or leave an hour earlier or something like that. So yeah, we'll try and sort something. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, obviously it was a day of mistakes. My skin is really bad today, that's why I keep on like doing this. I just keep feeling so many spots like on my chin, like here, and my hair was annoying me, that's why I was like putting it up. And the skin under my eyes is still pretty bad. I was reading up on it last night just to see if there was any sort of like new thing I could try. Mostly just says like moisturize it. I never know whether the reason it gets like that is just because it's the like hot to dry like air, because obviously being in a warm house and then going out into the cold, or I mean, it did say that tired eyes don't really help, and obviously I have had a mixture of sleep. Like, you know, with Cookie I didn't really sleep much, and then the night before I didn't really sleep much, so I think it all depends. Luna is chasing her tail. I don't really understand what's going on. She's probably going to pretend that she wasn't now that I'm just showing. But yeah, oh no, okay, she's grabbing it. I don't know what's going on with these two cats. Even Nutmeg's looking at her like, what are you doing, sister? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, so I was an hour late, but yeah, all got sorted in the end. Better they all laughed about it and stuff. So I worked until 2:30 today, and it was a very easy shift. I was mostly there, to be honest, just to help out. So I, you know, I went on a walk with one of them, and then we finished off a film that we watched the other day. It's a Christmas film, and then we had some lunch together, and then it was rest hour, and I just did some cleaning. I just blitzed the kitchen, did some laundry, made sure like that was done and stuff. So yeah, that all got done. Yeah, I just did like cleaning stuff. I checked up on stock of things. Oh, this is really cool. Just thought I'd catch this, but like Nutmeg, there's a little toy box. Don't know if you guys can see. I've just put it out and I've put all the toys in there, and like Nutmeg is now like trying to dig out a toy that she wants to play with. But this is cool. This is the whole idea of the toy box, that she would use her paw and drag out the toy that she wants to play with, and she's picked the Slinky. This has been like the toy of the moment. When me and Aaron went to the arcade a couple of weeks ago, they had these small Slinkies in, and you know, we won like 3 of them, and they've just been like sitting around, like they were just sat on the like the TV unit that Aaron's got, and then all of a sudden Nutmeg just battered it one day, like a few days ago, and it's just ever since then been their favourite toy. It used to be crisp packets. Like, it used to be a crisp packet, if you just tie it in a knot. Honestly, it creates a brilliant cat toy. But Nutmeg loses them. They go under the furniture. Guarantee if I move this sofa, I'll probably find about 20 of them. But yeah, if you ever got a cat and you're looking for a cheap toy, tie a packet of crisps. Just roll it. Just sort of like roll it between your fingers until it gets really thin, and then just tie it in a knot. Put it down. Your cat will love it. My first cat, when I lived with my mum, he loved the crisp packets too. So yeah, they're currently playing with Slinky at the moment. I feel like they've got it caught under the fire somehow, so I better retrieve that because we don't want no fires. Is it gone? There it is. There's a Slinky. It's over here. There you go. I freed it for you. You're welcome. Let's see if they play with it. So yeah, so I worked today. Last night I went to bed like, you know, quite early, I'd say. So yeah, work. When I came back home from work, I phoned up my car garage to book my car to be looked at. The driver's side handle cracked one day when I was just like double checking the lock. I just like pulled the handle and I felt and heard this crack, and I was like, oh my god, what on earth was that? I had a look at it, and the actual handle had like cracked. I can just about open my car door. So it's all booked in to be looked at on Thursday. So then the next phone call was I called up my nan, and I was like, this is what's happening. Thursday is being looked at. He's going to see about like when he can get the part in. But I just want to like ask you if needs be, and if I need your car, can I borrow it? Especially if he needs to replace the part and on a day that I'm working. Is there a chance that I could like drop it off at the garage and then borrow your car for the day or whatever, and then I can pick up my car like the next day or whatnot, you know. So she said, yeah, if it comes to it, you can borrow my car. I said, okay, well, at least tomorrow, however long they take before they look at it, because I did ask what time. They just said, you know, nothing like drastically too early, just bring it around, I don't know, like 9 or 10 or something like that. So don't know how long they'll take to actually look at it. So like I'll like drive it in, and I said to Nana if it's all right if I can just be over at yours whilst they just have a look at it, look at the handle, and obviously I'll keep myself distance. I always tell my nan whenever I've had a COVID test as well. I'm very, very good. So I did take one this morning. I forgot to say that actually. I took a COVID test this morning as part of my work. So yeah, COVID test got sent off today. Hopefully it's eligible. I had to do a home test kit this time as part of the organisation. I registered it online, so fingers crossed. Hopefully it got collected today. I'm not entirely sure, but I did post it in a priority box, so fingers crossed I will get some results pretty soon, even though I did go to work today, but I'm off the next few days, so fingers crossed anyway with that. So yeah, all that happened. So after I spoke with my nan, I went and had a cup of tea, sat with Aaron. We sort of had a little, you know, we socialised together, and then I had another cup of tea. I was kind of like procrastinating by catching up with things on my phone, and then I got all nostalgic because I was uploading a sort of like rest in peace post for Cookie, like, you know, rest in peace 2019 to 2020 post, and then I ended up adding pictures and videos to the folder on my Facebook, and then I got all nostalgic and I was watching videos of him and looking at pictures of when I first got him, and then I just got really sad again. And Aaron was like, oh, I mean, it's great to reminisce, Katie, but at the same time you need to know when to stop. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, I really need to just like put the phone down. So anyway, and then it wasn't long before it was time to participate in reading sprints along with Barbara and Alison. So we read for 45 minutes, and then Alison popped off because she had bits to do, and then me and Barbara just chatted for another bit, and then we did another little sprint of 20 minutes. Then I just said, look, I need to just go and get some dinner, and then I'll be with you to read, because we're buddy reading a book together, this one here. So yeah, it's nice to read together. I did say, look, I'm ready to read now, but then I just suddenly realised I haven't vlogged yet today, so I need to vlog. I'll just let her know. I'll just be like, oh, just very, very quickly vlogged for the day. So yeah, plans for the rest of the day. I've got half an episode of Gilmore Girls to watch, so I might like put that on later because I cannot multitask for the life of me. So I'm just going to go onto YouTube and just find something relaxing until I can go to bed. I'll probably go to bed pretty soon though. I'll probably like do my own little reading sprint for like half an hour or something, and then I'll get ready for bed. Then I'll read in bed. So I just have to get some relaxing music up, otherwise, you know, I can't really read in silence these days. I just get really bored. Oh, that's really cute. I put one of my jumpers, my reading jumper, down on the cushion, and Luna's decided to lay on it, and that was the intention. I was like, oh, I'm going to put my jumper here as a little cushion, as it smells of me. And Luna's just like laid on it, and I'm like, oh, that's just so cute. Luna actually like fell asleep on me earlier. It was really, really sweet. actually. She rarely is a lap cat cuddly. I mean, she loves her strokes and everything, but she's not as cuddly as Nutmeg. So, there's some reading sprints going on. Catch up reading sprints. Nice one. Okay, I'll put that on the laptop then, and I'll participate in those. That's awesome that those are going on. Alrighty, so I've got something that I can watch and participate in. So it'll be just reading, and then until I'm feeling quite tired and ready for bed. I don't have any massive plans tomorrow apart from to film some BookTube videos. I can give you a quick list of what I need to film now actually. So one will be January TBR. Then I've got to select 5 more books and then also film my top 10 books to read in 2021. And then I've got to film my top and favourite books of 2020, my 2021 goals, and also a reflection on my goals that I had for this year. Videos to edit still. I've got all my vlogs from May onwards until December and reaction videos. I've got 3 haul videos to do. I've also got reading vlogs from May to December as well. I'm not going to have it done in time. I'm hoping that I can just go on a massive mashup of video editing in the month of January. I'm off tomorrow, so in between filming and choosing books, I can edit and upload videos as well, or I can just go on a proper editing spree, like maybe spend 1 hour on editing 4 videos or something like that. It needs to be done. I'm just really far behind, and I'm off the next few days, so any hour that I can get to just do that would be brilliant. It would save me a lot of time, and then I can let it upload during the night or something like that if it's a long video, or during the day if it's a really short video, because they don't take long to upload if they're really short, if they're under 10 minutes. So yeah, I really need to catch up on all those vlogs, because I don't want to get behind in 2021. I'd like to just be starting off pretty good and pretty strong, and I want to try and be really positive with my reading goals for next year as well. So yeah, so I've got some nice jazz music on. I'll put this reading sprint video up, and the moment I start to feel quite tired, I'll just shut this all off like I normally do and just go lay down in bed. It probably won't be too long because I am feeling a bit under the weather, and I think I'm just under the weather because of the amount of crying that I've done, like today, and especially yesterday. I just cried all day. I always try to hide myself crying. Every time I was beginning to cry when I was having a meal with Aaron, I literally had to keep slapping myself, be like, no, you may not cry, you're out in public, don't do it. It really is hard. Grieving is such a hard process. And this morning when I went to go change the cat's litter, the box of litter and cleaning products are in the study. That's where Cookie was, and his cage is just sat there, and it's just so empty, and this place is just so quiet without him. So quiet without him. He has such a massive soul. Beautiful boy. I miss him so much. My heart aches so much. Nutmeg, what are you doing? Where are you? What are you doing? There's nothing there. Why are you up on the counter? Why are you up on the kitchen counter? I caught you. What are you doing? You silly kitty. What are you doing? What have you done? I don't know what is going on. You just meowed randomly. Are you trying to look for something? Because the Slinky is over here. If you've already lost Slinky, there's a Slinky over here. There we go. There's a reason why we have 3. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of today, and then I'll update you with vlogs tomorrow on everything. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit run down. I've got a line of headache here. It's probably stress / tired. I know when I'm really tired when my eyes start to flicker, and that's normally the nerves just being overtired. I still need to finish 5 books before the end of the year, so I really need to get my reading game on anyway. So I need to focus on reading for the next few days before Friday. I've literally got Wednesday and Thursday to try and get 5 books read. I've got some short books here
to hopefully help me get through it. I've got a graphic novel that will be an easy read. I've got a children's book here, actually 2 children's books here. They're really short and they're easy to fly through, so I might give those a read at the same time tomorrow. Yeah, just to get my reading goal achieved. I don't want to lose it like I did, I think it was last year or the year before, where I lost my goal and it doesn't appear, like if you lose your goal. So yeah, but I'll talk more about those sort of books in my reading vlog side of it. I've ordered some blue hair dye so I can re-blue my roots. I've been talking about doing it and I finally got hold. I mean, look at my roots, they're just coming out. They're just coming out. It's crazy. Look at those roots, they just look so bad. Anyway, so yeah, as soon as the blue hair dye comes, I'm just going to do my hair at the next convenience. Man, just can't wait for the new year to start, for this vaccine to arrive, and just get on with life and move on and just enjoy everything once this new house is sorted and everything. That week's going to be the most busiest, stressful week ever, but it will be done. It will be done. It will be done. We shall see. Anyways, I'm going to head off now and I'm going to get all this reading stuff done, and I will speak to you all very soon. It's a Thursday. I'm vlogging on literally the last day of 2020. I cannot wait to say goodbye to this year. Normally I'm pretty good with like even numbers, but this has been one that I just kind of want to forget, and probably a lot of people are feeling the same. I also remembered that I didn't vlog yesterday, so I do apologise for that. So I'm gonna like quickly catch up with you guys now, but to be honest, not really a lot happened, although a lot did happen because I was exhausted by the end of the day. So I like got up and I did a workout, and then I had a wash, I dried my hair, then I went out to the bookshed just to check it was alright, and I was also filming and sorting my books for January and filming videos that are like upcoming to January and also the beginning of January. So I filmed like my top 10 books I'd like to read in 2021. I filmed my January TBR and I filmed my goals for the next year. And I edited 2 of those videos yesterday as well in the evening. Had some late lunch. I had it like near 3 PM to be honest, and it was some noodles. I really enjoyed that lunch. It was, you know, it's a healthy lunch. I always love it. And it kept me going until like near the end of the day. And then when it came to like the evening, I literally just had some cereal. I literally had some Weetabix, and then I was fine. So I ate pretty good yesterday. So I also saw in the news that we are going to go into a tier 4 lockdown for the New Forest area that I live in, down in the south of England. It's frustrating because I feel like the whole of the UK should be just in a month-long lockdown and just, nobody go to school, everybody just be off for the month, and because schools and colleges and universities, I feel like they're kind of like a breeding ground for this, because everybody just because everybody is just in like clumps together, like there's literally just no way, and like teenagers just don't understand. Like my nan was telling me today that they wait at the bus stop and there's like 30 of them all clumped together, and you're like, seriously, man? And then they go home to their families, and it's just like, yeah, there's no sense in this sort of thing at the moment. So yeah, so yeah, that's all literally happened. I did participate in some reading sprints last night. I ended up finishing a graphic novel. I've got like 4 books left of my goal now because I finished it this morning, before tomorrow literally, so I'm hoping to get like a shitload of reading done. So I've picked some really short books, slash books that I would really like to read. Sabrina, the graphic novel, volume number 1, and then I'm going to go on to Into the Blue, the first book in the Dolphin Diaries series. I will talk more about that in my reading vlog though, but I'm just going to quickly share with you what I'm currently reading and stuff, and the plans for today. So yeah, yesterday I also, when I was doing my video, I completely forgot that I also have some books for review as well, and January is a busy month. I've put these in release order, so I'm gonna try and like pick these out to read as well as some other books that I'll have to read. So yeah, I'm gonna like try and restrict maybe the review books to like the first and last weeks of January, because the second week, I believe, is when we have the Yearathon and Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon readathons beginning. So yeah, gonna do that. Just picking some short books. So yeah, I've got the Dolphin Diaries book, I've also got book number 8 in the Animal Arc series. Hopefully I can get those couple read, and then I can just read like a normal book. Would be good to get something finished, something that I'm in the mood to read that I can just fly through this evening would be good. And that's my main aim this evening. So yeah, can't believe it's the last day. Do have a meal later today. I cancelled the New Year meal and we're gonna have it today instead, so we actually need to leave in a few minutes to go to it. And yeah, at least we're having the meal today, but we literally go into lockdown tomorrow, so we're celebrating the New Year today. It's like our New Year's Eve, say goodbye to the year meal. And of course we love it, it's Dave's restaurant. So yeah, fingers crossed all goes well today, and then I should return to work Saturday, providing I'm feeling well, because I will be honest with you, I'm not like 100%, and I think that's just because of when I was crying all day Monday. I felt really run down on the Tuesday. I know when you cry a lot and when you don't feel like, when you feel really down, it lowers your immune system. I've probably got like some sort of cold going on, or I'm just feeling generally run down because of it. So my nose has been going crazy, my sinus has been going crazy, my taste is a bit off sometimes, and my smell especially, like I just can't smell things sometimes, like I'm trying to sniff a book and I'm like, I can't even smell it. Today is the very last day of December, which also is the last day of the year. I'm here to update you on my reading. So last night I did start the first bind-up graphic novel of Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, basically. And I read that last year, but like when I was going through my books, so like my red books, I was just like, you know what, I kind of can't really remember it. So I was like, I'll put it on my reread list because it's a quick read. And I thought, well, why not give it a read last night. So I started it last night, and then I got really tired, so I went to bed, and then I just literally collapsed. And then I sort of woke up this morning, read a little bit, and finished it during the reading sprint of the end of year catch-up reading sprints, which are going on at the moment right here. So there is Sabrina over there. It's just on the sofa waiting for me to take it back in the bookshed to go with the box of read books. So as of what I'll be reading next, I'm just reading some really quick books to just sort of finish my Goodreads goal. They also knock off my TBR as well, so you know, I'm not too fussed about that. So the next book I'm going to go on to is a children's book, and that is Into the Blue, book number 1 in the Dolphin Diary series by Lucy Daniels. It's a really short book. All of the Lucy Daniels books are. These I can fly through. This one has like just under 150 pages, so should be easily doable. And then I've got book number 8 in the Animal Arc series. Here's my pile of books here. So I took this one out, and then I thought as like a last book of the year I could either finish like the first book in Macabra's binder up, or I can like start and hopefully finish Unremembered by Jessica Brody, because I flew through that book like, you know, last year. Or I could read Maybe Not, which is on my January TBR, and I could get that just like read now, you know. So yeah, I'll just see how I feel. But other than that, the rest of these books, you know, they're not really short per se, but they might be easy to fly through. So as of the last book of the year, I'll just see how I feel when I get around to it. But obviously at the same time, got to focus on reading these 2 short books first. So once those books are read, then I can go on to it. But I will vlog as I go. But just in case I forget to vlog, I will say Happy New Year now, and yeah, happy reading. I'm very excited for January. I'm hoping it's going to go a lot better, and yeah, fingers crossed. I just participated in one reading sprint, but we'll have to get ready to leave now. I'm just going to finish my cup of tea. But yeah, that's the plans for the rest of today. So yeah, I will speak to you guys very soon. Christmas trees and the decorations. This tree here, and here, for another year. Nutmeg, enjoy running around, smelling it all. Because you were in a red coat when I put it up, aren't you? Weren't you? Oh.
Hello everybody, today is Saturday, it's the 2nd of January, and I'm here to let you know about all my reading. To be honest, not a lot since January started. I've mostly been catching up and everything, and also I kind of got back into gaming again. I've been playing some Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is one of my favourite games ever. I love the remake. I also love the original, but yeah, had such a big urge to play it the other day, and then I played it yesterday, and I've been playing it today. I've currently got it on now, actually, like literally just here. So I'm just about to finish it because I'm going to do a little bit of reading before I do my actual live video celebrating my 8th year on BookTube. Today was 8 years ago that I actually created my channel. My first ever video was on the 5th, so that's literally in 3 days time. So I'm also going to be doing a sort of mini celebration as well. So yeah, it's all exciting stuff. I can't believe it. So today I was out by the bookshed
because the sun was shining, and I thought, cool, so I'm gonna sort out some plastic boxes, because I made the decision, like, yes, I'm gonna like go ahead and save up money to get this like large summer house, like reading shed thing, and they're a few £1,000s, so I'm just saving up a little bit per month, and then hopefully in a couple months time I might have enough money for one. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm focusing more on like I want to get some plastic storage boxes, and then I can like store all of the books in all the boxes. And then I'm also going to get some garden tools and get the soil up so I can put some concrete slabs down, because I'm extending it. Then I'll have to measure it, and then once I got all the books sorted, and then, you know, once I got the actual ideal summer house shed place, log cabin or whatever it's called, then yeah, I'll have a new place for all the books. I'm really excited actually. I found one I really like. It's got a cute little deck at the front of it, so that like in the summertime I can just put a chair under the shelter bit and I can sit there, or even like a lounger, you know what I mean, or I can even move the sofa bed like out the front in the summer, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the sofa bed should be on the inside with a little armchair or something like that, you know, providing there's enough room and stuff. But the idea is to have the books all around the summer house, like I've kind of tried to do this shed, but it's just too small. This shed, we're too small for the amount of books I have anyway. So yeah, that's like a bookish thing just thought I'd tell you about. But I have been just rereading a childhood favourite, which is Into the Blue by Lucy Daniels, the first book in the Dolphin Diary series. These are really short, easy reads, and I wasn't really feeling well yesterday, so I picked it up. I'm like 50 or so pages through it now. I made a good dent in it, but I haven't touched the book today. I did a workout this morning, then I had a wash, and then I went and sorted the books. Then I had some lunch. I haven't really got a lot in the house at the moment, so I need to go food shopping possibly Monday. So yeah. So yeah, I've just been, yeah, and then I put on the laundry, and then I played some Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and then I've just brought in the dry laundry, and now I'm gonna kind of like end my game and then do a bit more reading of this, because I kind of want to be either continuing on with something or starting something for my live show tonight. If anyone's like, oh, what are you reading? I'm like, well, I'm reading this. So I don't know whether I'm gonna like start something new or whether I'll just like continue on with the book. I'm not really sure yet what I'll do after Into the Blue, but yeah, I'm just gonna end the game, save it in the game, and then do a bit of reading. But I have made the decision that I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs starting from 2021, and like all the other vlogs from 2020 will just slowly be like uploaded here and there. But you know, I did monthly reading vlogs before. I think I should really do weekly vlogs. So like maybe if I like get around to all the editing on the Monday, because I'm off on a Monday, so like maybe I'll do that like with my normal vlog and with my reading vlog. I'm just gonna, and I don't know whether I should should I join both my weekly vlog with my reading vlog. I'm not really entirely sure. Maybe starting next week I can just do a conjoined vlog again. I just remember reading once that people don't care about what people get up to and they only care about the reading. That's why I did 2 different vlogs. But they can be a little bit of hard work, so I don't really know yet what I'm going to decide, whether I want to keep them separate or not. I don't know yet. I'll have a good think about it, and I'll see how I feel on the Monday. And yeah, psyched. So yeah, I'm gonna head off now so I can do all that, and then I should hope to do my live show this evening. I want to hope around like 7 p.m. sort of time. I don't really know when I'm gonna have like my dinner. All I know is I want to have some fish and chips, or fish fingers and chips, because that's all I got in the freezer. So yeah,
Hey, I talked myself out of getting a takeaway. You know, that was a big restraint, and I should stop talking about takeaway just in case I end up deciding I want a takeaway. So I'm gonna head off now, and yeah, I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Hello, it's a lot later on in the evening. It is actually coming up to 11. So I did my live this evening, just chatting crap basically, whilst at the same time celebrating 8 years on BookTube that my channel was created. And also I even did a reading sprint as well, which I really enjoyed. Doing a reading sprint along with a viewer. If you're watching, you know who you are. Hi. So during the sprint, I was kind of like talking about discussions and stuff, like one being about getting a summer house shed for the garden. They're going to cost a few grand. I've had a look at a couple. They need to be big enough to sort of like have my books there so I can chill, but also not be like too big, because obviously we have a cable in the garden that would just block it, but needs like a big shed that will have a balcony on it. So I need to find something. It's going to be expensive, let's be honest, because the bigger the shed you get, the bigger the summer house you get, especially because summer houses and log cabins are built like with extra insulation and stuff. So the bigger they get, the more expensive they are. So basically for the next few months, I'm just going to start saving my money and going to put some money to one side into my savings account so that I can afford to get a shed, like a new shed, be really good. So what I'm doing is Aaron's savings that he gives to me when he gets paid every month, they go into one of my ISAs, and then my savings that I'm going to move over goes into my other ISA. So I have an ISA for me and an ISA, and like an online ISA that I'm putting Aaron's money into. So that way we know what's his and what's mine. And obviously Aaron's putting his money together for the money that he's going to owe my nan, for, you know, she's lending us some money for the last part of the actual house. So yeah, I mean, I would like to have a summer house / log cabin, whatever it is, within the next few months, hopefully just before we get the new place. But in the meantime, I'm thinking of getting like little essentials like garden tools. Maybe somebody on Marketplace is selling them or giving them away for free, so I need to just keep my eye out on those. If not, then I'll just have to buy a set of garden tools so that I can actually start like digging up the garden and sorting it and stuff. And then I can sort out purchasing some concrete slabs that the extension of the new shed would go onto. I've put the plastic boxes in the shed for now, like I've said, because if the weather gets really bad, if it gets really bad in there, then I can start putting some books in some boxes and like putting to one side. I'm thinking of like when it's a good day anyway to de-shelf one of the bookshelves that are at the back, sort of like on the back left hand side, the ones that I can't have access to. I'm planning on like hopefully putting those in boxes, just so that I can put the big tall bookshelf that the Harry Potter bookshelf was way back against it, so that would go like there. So I'm like planning on doing that with it, so those shelves will just be all empty and just sitting there waiting, I suppose you could say, but at least I'll be able to access the boxes, because at the moment I can't get to the back of over there. But what I'll do is I'll take pictures of the books that are in the box anyway, so that if I do want those books
I know that they're in that box. So yeah, that's just something to do on a really, really nice day. Hopefully, now that it's January, the weather will start picking up a lot nicer. But we shall see. That's another plan. So that's like a little sort of side project for me, I suppose. When I'm feeling better as well, because I feel like I'm at possibly the end of the cold. Like, I feel better than I did yesterday, but I still feel like crap. Like, I proper feel like it's my nose mostly and my throat. Like, I literally feel like in my throat, it sort of feels a bit sore. The glands are a bit swollen. Yeah, it's just strange. My brain just feels fuzzy and full of cotton wool, and my nose is either running or stuffy. It's one or the other. And then my body just goes hot and cold every now and then. It just can't make its mind up. The kittens are currently sleeping in the lounge at the moment. I haven't had them come in, I think because I've put my my Sankit, I just put it over the sofa, and Aaron's blanket is like over the other sofa, and then I've got the Harry Potter one in here. But the cats love the feel of these things. They find it so cozy. So yeah, they're sleeping in the lounge at the moment. But you know, it might be that they like in the middle of the night come and join me on here like they do sometimes as I'm here on my own. So yeah. Yeah, so I took my makeup off and I sorted out my eyebrows. They needed a bit of a reshape and a trim, so I did that. And had a little cleanse of my face with rose water, and yeah, I've just been sat here kind of like I don't know, I feel like I've been procrastinating for a good while, because I'm just sat here like, feels like I've been sat here for about an hour, can't think of anything or whatever. So yeah, I think I was scrolling on Instagram and I uploaded a post because we took down the decorations today, and I took a picture of Nutmeg with a tinsel around it, which you would have seen, and I just uploaded that. I'm trying to, like, if I can, upload a picture every day on Instagram. Some days I forget, just because, or some days I just don't have a picture to share. But I always try and do something like a picture a day or something. So yeah. That is that. So I am going to head off now. I'm just going to quickly check exactly where the cats are sleeping just to make sure they are okay. And I've got some of their toys here if they do want to come join on the bed. And I've got here with me Dolphin Diaries Into the Blue by Lucy Daniels, the first book in the Dolphin Diaries series. And in the reading sprint, I got up to page 82. So I'm a good chunk through this book now. So I'm going to do a bit more reading of this as I got to a point that was really, really good. And yeah, and then I'll probably head off to bed soon. At some point I need to start actually reading my actual TBR. Luckily I did make an agreement with Barbara that I would start The Near Witch on Monday, which is our buddy read, and that's a book that's on my TBR. So at least there's that. But there's 3 books that I can't read until the year-athon anyway, because they're on the year-athon TBR. And yeah, at some point I need to go into the bookshed and find a shelf to go from, and just to confirm it, because I've been thinking about the reread shelf, but I'm not 100% sure. I want to pick a shelf where I'm really excited about the books, so it might be that I pick the shelf that was my main bookshelf in the flat, the one with the actual words of Kick-Ass Can Read on it. So I might pick that shelf, because there's loads of hardbacks on there that I could power through. I might pick the shelf at the back. I don't really know yet what I want to do. So yeah, I need to really pick a shelf that the books aren't incredibly fat, but I'm looking forward to Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon actually hosting and doing sprints and participating and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. So yeah, I've got books here that I started reading in December, you see, and I don't like starting books and not finishing them. So I've got the Love You to Death and High Stakes lined up by Meg Cabot. Obviously the first book being Love You to Death, and I've nearly finished that story. I'm like, you know, quite a way through that. Then the other book I've started as a buddy read is Tiny Pretty Things, and this is by Sona Charapotra and Doniel Clayton. This is the book to the, well, rather the Netflix TV show is to the book, but you know, there's a Netflix TV show basically is what I'm trying to get at. But I'm actually really enjoying this. It's like based on like ballet and stuff, so that's like another book as well. I keep bringing my Kindle around with me as well, because I never know like if I'm gonna like pick up a Kindle book. So yeah, those are some books, and I shall head off now to do a bit of reading, and then I'll start Sunday. All I've really got planned for Sunday is I need to edit a couple of videos, and then it's just to dye my roots blue again. That's all I've really got planned for Sunday, and hopefully some reading. That'd be good as well. I'll have to see if it's a really nice day. If it is a nice day, I'll go out to the book shed and I will film my Ribsat TBR. Because like I say, I need to pick the shelf. I've got to get all the boxes out in order to get to the shelf. And if it is a really, really nice day, like Monday for example, I might pack the books from the bookcases at the back of the book shed. Like I can have a little clear out, maybe hoover it and stuff, and yeah, maybe like give the shed a good hoover and give it a tidy, and yeah, then I can access the books. That would be good. So yeah, so I'm gonna head off now, and yeah, I'm very, very bad at ending things. I keep saying I'm gonna head off and then I come up with something else, so I do apologise. I just go off about something else, but that's just the way I am. I really need to like kind of sort myself out somehow. So yeah, I'm gonna head off now, and I will speak to you very, very soon, sometime tomorrow hopefully. Hello, it's Sunday the 3rd, and I'm here to quickly update you on like my reading and everything. So yeah, I read a little bit of Dolphin Diaries last night into the blue, and then I like started listening to an audiobook of what they call Shadowland by Meg Cabot. It was like the American name, but it's like to the first book, Mean Spirits, of the Mediator series. I listened to probably about 5 minutes of it, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up and it was like, you finished your audiobook, and I was like, oh. So yeah, so I fell asleep whilst listening to that, but that's good, at least it helped me to sleep. And then I woke up this morning, sorted the cats, and Aaron has managed to swap one of his shifts with one of his colleagues. Basically his colleague asked if he wanted tonight off, so he's managed to get a day off, like, which is really nice. So it's really sweet of his colleague actually. So yeah, Aaron was up for a little bit, and then I was editing my top 12 books of 2020. It's ready to create into a file and then upload to YouTube, but it's quite a long video, so it's going to take a few hours. So I'm thinking of like doing it later tonight, so that it can just like literally upload like during the night sort of thing, ready for tomorrow. So yeah, so I've done my video for today, and then yeah, I finished off Into the Blue, and I managed to finish this. Loved it so much. Definitely full of nostalgic feels, and just yeah, I loved it loads. I mean, dolphins, you know, like, and they go on a boat and they follow these dolphins, and like, they, you know, when you get like one dolphin on its own and then another school of dolphins, then you're like, oh, it's just. And there's illustrations that are in this book as well, like every chapter's got like a pictured illustration. But it's a short book, it's the first book in the series, and I look forward to eventually continuing on with this series. But yeah, really enjoyed this book, and yeah. So let's see what I'm going to go on to next. I'm not entirely sure yet. I might go on to finishing Mean Spirits by Meg Cabot of the Bind Up. So that's another book completed. But this is the first book completed of the year on the 3rd. Yeah, I'll see if I can continue on with Mean Spirits. But my next task is going to be to re-dye my roots, because I'm not being funny, guys, but look at those roots. It's got a couple of inches there of brown hair, and it's starting to turn green here. So yeah, need to re-dye my hair, my roots in particular. And yeah, so first of all I'm going to start with the bleach, but I'm just going to get dressed in the clothes to dye in. It's going to be cold because, man, my dyeing clothes are like, it's just like a t-shirt and shorts, I think. Yeah. Oh, I should need to heat them up first, they feel freezing. So yeah, so I'm gonna set up, get my hair bleached, and then I'll speak to you afterwards. Round 1 complete. The roots are all light. I mean, in a way, I actually kind of like how it goes blonde into like green and then into blue. It's like 3 tones with this. Like, I actually kind of like it. So I've just dried it. I've had some lunch as well whilst I was waiting for it to be towel dried in my head towel. And now I'm going to go and blue the roots. So yeah, I mean, look, nice and blonde again. Which means time to blue. I am bluing.